What's up, everybody? Welcome back to our channel for collectors. And this is another episode of Collector to Collector. And I'm very excited to have this gentleman on. Tomorrow is actually a holiday. It is Clemente Day in Major League Baseball. And I thought, what better way to celebrate Clemente Day than have one of the Clemente forefathers from YouTube on the channel. So I hope you guys enjoy it.
Welcome to For Collectors.
So on with me today is Mark. His channel's named RudeDog21. Mark, welcome to the channel.
Hey Theo, thanks for having me here. It's an honor.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. No, it's an honor having you on. You're one of the, I call you the godfather of Clemente collectors on YouTube. I always appreciate all the help you always give me along the way here collecting Clemente.
Of course. I appreciate that. Yeah, I do what I can for YouTube, for the YouTubers and Clemente collectors all around.
Yeah, I call it the bat signal. Whenever I find something I don't know what it is, I text Mark the picture of it. He gets back to me very quickly. He usually knows what the item is. Usually knows what the comps are. So I have him on speed dial. It's pretty nice. So that's awesome. So how does it feel to be like a resource for so many of us out here? Do you enjoy it?
Oh, I do. I mean, and that's what and I've said this before on my channel. The reason why I do these videos, it's not for the subscribers I enjoy showing my collection and giving information out, I do, spread the Clemente word around.
That's awesome. Well, let's get into, why we're doing this today. So tomorrow in baseball is Clemente Day, September 15th, if somebody's watching this after today. So, what's your thoughts in general about Clemente Day in Major League Baseball?
It's wonderful that they do take a day off to celebrate this great man's accomplishments here. September 15th. That is the first day of the Hispanic Heritage Month.
Yeah,
so that's the reason why they picked it. And why the 15th? A lot of Latin American countries celebrate the 15th as their Independence Day.
Awesome.
4 or 5. And then the following days, you have Mexico and some other Hispanic countries. So that's why September is mostly.
Yeah, I bet you a lot of baseball fans don't actually know why they picked that date, and it's really cool to talk about it. So some of the stuff that they do, and I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen it. A lot of all the teams have 21 patches on their jerseys. What they do is they announce the nominees for the Roberto Clemente Award, which is basically the Man of the Year award for NFL, where it's basically the person who gives back the most to the community. That's a good, a good person for more than just baseball, a real therapist. So. I think it's awesome that they do that. Which do you think? Do you think that they do enough on Clemente Day? Do you think there's some other things that they should possibly do to make it better?
Me personally, what they do it's fine. Yes. My opinion, they might want to start expanding that every player could wear number 21.
Yeah, because I believe right now. You either have to be, is it Hispanic or you have to be Puerto Rican? Go ahead.
You have to be from Puerto Rican.
Okay.
They give you the option. And if you were a prior winner of the Clemente Award, you could wear that number also.
Yeah, because I think it was last year or the year before, or maybe it's been for the last couple of years, the whole Pirates team's worn 21. And I believe it's because they double checked with baseball before they did it. And I think some other teams have also followed suit on that. I kind of agree with you. I kind of wish that it was just a requirement that all the players on all the teams wore 21 on Clemente Day. I think it would make it a little bit more impactful.
I agree. There's a little tidbit that when the Pirates at the end of the game, they wound up auctioning those uniforms they have
Yeah.
for charity.
Yeah, that's a great point that I forgot to even think about. Yeah, and don't all the proceeds go to the Clemente Foundation?
Yeah, I think most of it probably does. I've bid a couple times on those jerseys. I always get outbidded
Yeah.
on those.
Yeah, that would be awesome. Like obviously the dream would be like get a McCutcheon one or like one of the big
Exactly.
players, but even to get like a player who didn't even get in the game or a coach or something would be awesome just to
Yeah.
own. I agree with you 100%. So Major League Baseball retired number 42 throughout the league for Jackie Robinson. And that's the only number they have retired throughout the league. So I think one of the debates, we kind of talked about jersey number here, is the number 21. What's your opinion? Should the league also retire the number 21, not just the Pirates having 21 retired?
I got mixed emotions on that.
Yeah.
Part of me says yes. Why? Yeah. I mean, Clemente is the iconic number 21. But then again, part of me says no, because you open up a can of worms doing that. You start doing that, they're going to start retiring. Well, you got to retire number 3.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. I'll go either way. For me, myself personally, I think they should just leave it the way it is, not to retire the number. Yes, just celebrate Roberto Clemente with his award and his day, and that'd be fine with me.
See, I actually like a hybrid approach. I would like for, if you win the Clemente Award, you can wear 21. If you don't win the award, you cannot wear 21.
Mm-hmm.
It's a hybrid kind of approach where it's not retired, but it kind of is retired. It's almost an honor because you won the award. Similar to how the NFL does the Walter Payton Award. I don't know if you've seen the patches. Drew Brees won one, J.J. Watt won one. You know those guys won that award. It's right on the front of their jersey. It's a badge of honor, and I think the NFL does a lot better with that than the Clemente Award, because I can't even name you players that have won the Clemente Award because, like I said, after they won it, how do they celebrate that person moving forward? You know what I mean?
Now, that little tidbit here on Roberto Clemente Day, past award winners get to wear a hat with 21 on the side that says past award winner.
Okay.
They should wear it all year round, in my opinion.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, give them something more. Like I said, like NFL, you see that every single game. It's a badge of honor.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, they really do. They like I said, I think they've done a good job. They've made some great progress. I just think there's some more stuff they can do. That's my only point.
Yeah, I agree.
So let's talk about, let's switch gears here. Let's just talk about you a little bit, Mark. So when did you become a Clemente fan?
God, my father and my uncle, they used to talk to me about winter leagues and when they used to be in Puerto Rico and talk about Roberto Clemente. I mean, since I was like, if I remember, 7 years old. Now, when did I start collecting Clemente? I probably didn't start collecting Clemente, I say roughly about maybe when I was 9 years old, 10 years old.
Okay.
Yeah, so I traded my cousin. My first Roberto Clemente card was a 71 Clemente. Not 71, 70 Clemente. And so I traded my Reggie Jackson for his Clemente. So that's how it all started and everything. I remember keeping that card in one of those, those big encyclopedias that are alphabetical, that are about 500 pages.
Yeah.
So in those days, we didn't have no card holders or anything like that. So I just put them in between the pages.
You wonder what cards you might have forgot about.
Oh my God, yes.
That is funny. So you said your dad and your uncle, they literally watched Clemente in Puerto Rico. Is that what you said?
Yeah. They, I mean, Puerto Rico's a small island. So,
yeah.
And every town, they have every town has a team. So when Clemente would come to Aguadilla, so that's a town in the west side of the island, and then when they play, my uncle and my father would go see him and his brothers out there.
Nice. Yeah, Clemente played even when he was in a Major League Baseball. He went down and played baseball in the winter. So he literally, I don't know how much time he had off from baseball a year. It's kind of crazy to think about.
He really didn't have time. He said the reason why he did that, he owed it to the Puerto Rican fans out there.
Wow,
'Cause
that's crazy.
Yeah, because they don't go to the states and everything. For the longest time, he was playing minor league ball until he joined the Marines. So a lot of people don't know that he was a Marine. Here, I'm gonna show you the card here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me
So
give you
he
some.
was a Marine. He was a Marine reservist here. Um, and to this day, a lot of people don't know this, with the Roberto Clemente Foundation, that they do have a scholarship for Marines dependents.
Wow,
So yeah, so they still do that out there.
that's
So Clemente was in the reservists for a while there, and then the Pirates after a while they put it on the contract with Clemente for him not to play in the winter leagues anymore.
oh
Yeah, so they give him a bonus for that. Let's put it that way. As long as he didn't play in the winter leagues, they give him an extra bonus. Near the end of his career, he didn't really play much more. He managed a lot in the winter leagues
okay.
in his career. So
Well, I know the knock on Clemente for a while was that he would complain about injuries a lot. I think that the media gave him a hard time about it. Actually, do you think? I don't know. Do you think maybe playing year round maybe that caused some of the dings and stuff where he maybe what I mean wasn't
yeah,
100%.
yeah, no. Early on in his career, he had an accident, automobile accident that messed up his neck and spine, and that throughout his whole career, that it was an effect on him. And in Puerto Rico, and this has to do with the language barrier here. Uh, so when someone tells you how you're feeling, you and I goes, "Oh, I'm doing okay," even though you're not, but being cordial, you say you're doing fine. But in the Latin American people in the community, they'll tell you exactly how they feel. I mean, Clemente says he's sore. He's going to, you tell him how is he feeling, he's going to tell you, "Oh, I'm sore." And people take that the wrong way.
Yeah.
I think that's more of a language barrier for anything.
Yeah. It was talking about the language barrier. I mean, some people might not know this. Clemente loved the fans. He did not like the media because the media would literally take words he would say and they would kind of write them out like to make it look like he couldn't talk well. And it really bothered Clemente that they would do that on purpose. And it was he kind of lost his trust in them. He only trusted so many media members after a while. So
true, so true. I mean, I always say Roberto Clemente had a double whammy. You know, he was black. You know how they treated the African American ball players in those days. You
yeah,
know, plus he didn't speak much English.
yeah,
So that
exactly.
couldn't express
Exactly.
himself the way he wanted to. So he taught
Yeah.
himself English and everything.
Yeah, I mean that says a lot. I couldn't imagine going to another country and teaching myself another language at this point in my life. So one thing, Mark, that I kind of get confused about is well, first off, I think you grew up in the New York area, correct? Or
Right.
no? Okay, so you collect Jeter. So you a Yankees fan, and you just like Clemente, or you're a Yankees and Pirates fan. You kind of confuse everybody.
Okay. Okay. Clemente's my main guy. I like Judo, but I'm a Yankee fan. I do not collect Yankee cards or anything like that. I just collect Judo cards and everything. I used to collect a bunch of cards in the '80s. The wax box era and everything like that. It's just the junk pot. What do they call it? The junk wax.
Junk wax era.
Right. And I just stopped doing that. I got away from the cards for quite a while. I think I stopped in '91. Now, even though I left collecting other cards in '91, I still collected Clemente. I didn't go to card shows. I still will go to the national. I've been to 9 nationals.
Oh
So
wow.
that's yeah. So I've been as early as well, I'm gonna say 90. I think it was 86. Or yeah, I think it was 86. I can remember. I've been to the Anaheim in 91, 94 in Houston. So I've been on plenty of those there. So I would
Wow.
save my money that I would go to usually car shows. Just save it for that 1 year. Just collect my Clementes because you know how it is. Maybe you may not know because you're in Pittsburgh, but
Right.
if you don't live in the Pittsburgh area, trying to find Clemente cards, forget it. And
Yeah.
remember, in those days, eBay wasn't around.
I could. I don't know. I don't know what kind of collector I would be without eBay. Like it would be very, like you said, it would be very, very. Even though I'm in Pittsburgh, like you literally have to wait till a card show to have a chance at something. Like I couldn't imagine. I really couldn't. I don't think a lot of collectors think about that now.
Right. I'm not got lucky. I lived in New York, so New York's a big Hispanic community, especially for Puerto Ricans. So, and
Mhm.
we didn't have car shops then growing up. We had comic book stores. So the comic book store that I used to frequent, they did have a little side case of baseball cards.
Yeah.
That's why I got a lot of majority on. I had a teacher, elementary school teacher, who collected baseball cards.
Oh.
And yeah, and he would trade with other kids to complete
Wow.
sets and everything. So yeah.
Um. So like, was there a time period when you went from a casual Clemente card collector to extreme, or have you always kind of been? Have you always since since '80s? Have you always been extreme with Clemente?
No, no, no. About just his base cards and everything like that. Um, when I went to my first national, I went there and I saw how much really stuff there is out there. Because for the most part, I was just looking for these base cards and everything.
Yeah.
And I run into a couple of Clemente collectors and they were showing me the stuff they got. And I hit the bug. I mean, once I saw that the statues of them and their inserts, eyeball stuff, I'm like, wow.
Yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean. So how has sometimes you more than any other Clemente collector, you tell me more about how it used to be compared to now how it is now in the Clemente market. Do you want to talk a little bit about how you feel maybe the pricing has shifted over time since the '80s? What your opinion is on it?
Oh my God, it's just even in the 80s, Clemente was always on the top six, 5, 6 cards. It was always Mantle. It was always Jackie Robinson, and and Aaron. And Clemente was up there. But even then, the majority of my base cards, especially like the rookie card here, I got that for like under $20, stuff like that.
Oh my
And remember,
god.
in those days, in the 80s, I remember, and for me, I'm under 18 years old. $20 for me, as a teenager, that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
I tell this story. I went to I was like 19 years old, and I was in Texas. And this is one of my biggest mistakes I've made. I ran into a dealer. I think it was in Arlington. Uh, so he had a 69 tops 3D, and
Wow.
it wasn't in the greatest shape. In today's standards, it might be a 3.
Hmm.
He was selling for $500 at the time.
Hmm.
And for me in those days, $500 was I, I think $50 was the most I spent on a card then. I said, there's no way. And I was ignorant on this stuff because I wasn't really doing my homework on that. That's the first time I seen that card, and I'm thinking to myself, I don't want to put it on a credit card or anything like that. I'm just gonna wait on it. And when did if I knew what I know now than what I knew then, I mean, what I knew then now, I
Yeah.
would have bought the card.
Right.
But I figured being ignorant, I could get that card later on. Shit, never again. But that taught me
Wow.
a lesson. Do my homework.
That's a good
So
point
yeah, so do your
because
homework, do my research. I've done. I used to subscribe to Sports Digest, Sports Collectors Digest. This used to be a big newspaper. Anytime they had a Clemente article or anything about Clemente, I will clip those things. I still have those clippings here,
Wow.
and I always
That's
go
all.
refer back to them. The
That's
pricing might not be accurate, but at least I know what he has.
Yeah, yeah. So you know what's out there. I think you bring up a good point. Sometimes when you see something on eBay or you see something at a card show, I'm not saying you have 5 minutes to react, but you have to have the knowledge to react, even if it's within the hour. And I mean, now that we have cell phones and I have you and I have other guys out there, you have contacts. You know, back in the day, you were limited.
Oh
You
yeah,
either
no,
you knew
I,
or
I
you didn't. You knew or you didn't know.
no, I didn't. Yeah, exactly. I didn't know who to go to. Yep.
um, Howard Chasser, who I had on my channel a while back and interviewed him, he said a story about how the second year cons card, which is the hardest cons card, he saw it at a show. He was still pretty new, like you were at that time, but like you said, and the guy had a high price on it, and the guy he starts questioning the price, and the guy goes, if you don't understand what this card is, don't
Hmm.
buy it. And that was basically the truth. He said I didn't do my research. If I would have realized what he had there, I wouldn't have been questioning the price.
No, exactly.
Yeah. So um so I know it's a guess, but how many items, cards, photos do you have in your Clemente collection?
Yeah. Cards themselves, maybe over a little over 2 grand, 2,000 cards.
And just so the audience knows, Mark collects modern everything,
Right.
so nothing's off the table. But over 2,000 cards, that's pretty crazy. Are you willing to pick up duplicates, or are a lot of those
No, I
non-duplicates?
know. You know what I do? What I do a lot is this: I buy them in lots. If there's a couple cards in that lot, and I'll purchase it. It's for me. I could buy a lot that's worth maybe $15. If I get two or three cards, it's cheaper than spending $5 on each card. I just buy the whole lot, and I'll have a stack of doubles, which I don't
Nice,
mind.
nice.
Yeah.
Okay. So you have 2,000 cards, and then non-cards. Would you
Oh
say
God! I mean, I've got.
over 300 items?
uh, uh, I don't know. I got quite a bit of bobbleheads, a lot of statues. Um, I'm gonna say about 300. If I say roughly, maybe another 150 to 200, maybe.
Wow, that's pretty crazy. I just hit. I don't track. I got a couple bobbleheads. I don't track like the bobbleheads and stuff, but I just hit 100 playing days Clemente items, just like about a week ago. So that was a pretty big accomplishment for me.
It's hard. I mean, you got more resources, but again, if I had to do it over again, I couldn't do it. Not financially, I just couldn't do it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's too expensive
It's
to,
it's price. It's price. It gets pricey.
yes.
You know, I my standard started off here. I was on the SGC 4 and up train. I was trying to get, and then gradually I just started. Once I got the base set, I gradually started. Okay, I could take a small little crease here. All right, that's fine. I start making concessions. And then the other day I bought something that I rarely ever see available, and it had two small staple holes in it. And I would probably say 6 months ago I would have never bid on that item. And like I said, I just want to have everything. And if I can get a great price because it's got a little hole in it, I'm still you know what I mean? My standard's totally different now.
I'm to the theory now that I'm never gonna collect everything.
Oh
I
yeah.
mean, he has over 6,000 cards. You know, ain't
Yeah.
no way I'm gonna be able to do all that here. I'm just gonna pick up the cards that I like and I
Yeah.
appreciate, and then within my budget. So
No, I even think playing days. I don't think it's possible. Like you said earlier, there's certain stuff that even if I got close, there's certain stuff that I'm priced out of. The Venezuelan cards, the cons cards, like I'm gonna be priced out. The 3D card, obviously. Like I'm just, so.
I
um,
got you.
so we have some questions here. I let you know about them ahead of time so you could bring cards. So let's get into those. The first one is, tell me a great story that involves a card show.
Sure. Okay, so in 1991, I went to the Anaheim National,
Uh-huh.
and this never happens. I don't know if this ever happened to anybody. So going to the National, I ran into this dealer. He had some Clemente stuff. So I'm looking out there, talking to the guy, and he find out that he's from Brooklyn. Like I was from Brooklyn. I'm like, oh, nice. We started talking and all that stuff. I told him I was from Williamsburg. He was from Williamsburg. Found out that we worked in the same place, like maybe 5 years apart from each other, 6 years apart from each other.
Wow.
It was a sporting goods store out there in Grand Avenue, and we knew the same guys, the same owner, and everything. So I must have spent about a good 45 minutes talking to this guy. While talking to this guy, he had a milk duds box out there. I didn't know nothing about milk duds out there. I was thinking, what the hell? I wasn't into the food items yet and everything.
Yeah.
But I'd never seen anything like that. And I think, if I wasn't mistaken, he had it for about $60 or something like that. But since we had so much in common, we talked about it, he let me have it for $25.
Whoa.
Yeah, this is it right here.
Oh, that's sick.
It wasn't a complete box at the time. I just got to the point that I was afraid I was going to damage the box, moving around all the time. So I just made it flat.
Okay.
Yeah. What is this worth now? I don't know. I mean, I've seen it for like 500, 600 bucks, 700 bucks.
Yeah. Yeah. I would say that's about right. I see the cutout ones that aren't even cut good for $200. Just a picture, not even the whole box.
So what are the chances of that happening, And I talked to Jim about that. This happened this last national too. I got that early entry, so you get in half an hour early.
Yeah.
Sure enough, I ran into somebody from New York. And we were talking, and he gave me, and I wound up getting a 64 Brooks Robinson offhand, a real good deal. He took like $25 off the card and everything. But it's those little things that's what I like going to the National.
Yeah.
You meet people, meet dealers that you don't ever meet. And, especially if they're from your hometown.
That's awesome.
Yeah. One more thing I do have here, that this has nothing to do with a car show. I was in the military, and I was stationed in the UP in Michigan, in the Upper Peninsula. So me and this lady friend, we went to Sault Ste. Marie in Canada for the weekend. And we went into some antique store. And she was, doing her antiquing thing and everything. So I was walking around, and I saw this stand full of hockey stuff and baseball stuff. And there was a box of postcards. So I was going through it. And sure enough, I saw a Roberto Clemente postcard in there. So a lady was watching me, looking at me. She said, "Oh, those been there for years." So I pulled out the Clemente, and she goes, "You know who that player is?" I explained to her who Roberto Clemente is. And I told her what he did in the past and what happened. She goes, "Wow, I didn't know anything about it." It was a Pro Star Promotions card here. So what's so funny about it? She saw the, how excited I was about the card. She was going to give me the card for free. I wasn't going to take it for free. At first glance, it's not I looked at it. I'm like, look at this crease. I mean, look at this line here. I thought it was a print line and everything. And I'm like, well, I'll give you $3 for it. And I got it for $3. Come to later on, that line on the side, it's part of the card.
Yeah. It's actually you're pointing to the. I can see it's on the other side, right? It's the line's actually on the other side, correct? Isn't it?
Right over here, if you can see it.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah, because I noticed that because I've been looking at them, and remember how I told the story earlier about the card that I just bought with the staple holes in it?
Right.
It's that card. It's that postcard.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I haven't got it in the mail yet, but yeah, they're pricey now.
No, yeah. I seen one in a recent auction, like the 175.
Yeah.
I mean, you could get them if you can get them under $100, that's a great deal. You know.
Yeah, the one with the staple holes in it, I got it for $30.
Yeah, and I'm sure because of the staple holes on it.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah. Well, this is a nice car to have. So,
Oh yeah,
Canadian car, especially if you get it in Canada. Canadian car from Canada. So
that is awesome. I love that story. All right, so the next question I had is, tell me a unique Clemente that was a treasure hunt to find and how you obtained it.
okay. Remember, I was telling you the story about do your homework.
Yeah.
So with the 3D card. So after I was doing my homework, my two main cards I was looking for was the 3D card and also the 69 Top Super.
Mm-hmm.
Was doing my research, found out that's another rare card. I would never have known if I didn't do my homework on it. And I remember Sports Collectors Digest did an article about that card. So I was like, I trying to find it. So in 1994 at the Houston National, I found this card in here that at the time the guy wanted like $100. I'm like, oh no, I can't do $100. Like I said, I'm not paying $100 in those days for a card.
Yeah.
Walked back and forth, walked away, and I should have learned my lesson then before, but I just walked away for some reason. I came back the next day on the national, and it was still there. I just wound up buying. I wound up negotiating. I got it for $75.
Wow.
This was in '94. It wasn't great. Oh, at that time, nothing was graded then. So, and what's so funny is I put it away. I thought I lost it, and then about maybe 4 years ago, going through my storage unit, I found it in between some books. Like, yeah, 'cause I was kicking myself. God, I used to have this cup and I found it. One, I got it graded and everything. Here it goes right here.
You had it in the encyclopedia. Huh?
No, but I had it down in a screw down, but it was stuck in between. You should see the mess I got. I got these old army suitcases.
Yeah.
Out there, and it's just full of cards and full of books and stuff like that.
Oh my
I
gosh.
keep telling myself I gotta organize these things, and I probably will. I am in the process of moving, so I'm gonna want to do that.
Oh wow! Can you show the back off real quick? Doesn't it have some blueprint on it? Yeah.
Yeah. Can you see it?
Yeah. So this was an actual release. It wasn't a test issue, right?
Right. This was actually a release, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I thought so. Yeah,
some people say it was a test issue. I don't know, but I don't know. I think it's more rare than the 3D card myself, but I don't know because I see more 3D cards out on auction blocks than I see these cards.
Yeah, I wish I would have looked at the pop. I know the pop reports aren't everything, but I wish I would have looked at the pop reports prior. I'm not sure if which card's been graded more. I'd be curious.
I'm sure the supers probably have more graded. I'm sure, but I'm not into the pop report.
Yeah, I never even see those come up. So would you even have an estimate of what that 5's worth? Like around
this card itself and this grade, you're looking at $1,200 or $1,500.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, if you're looking at a 9, you're probably looking at about $7,000.
Wow. Yeah. I kind of figured. All right. The next question was show a Clemente card worth a lot more than when you bought it. You kind of just showed that.
Yeah, that's one of them. I mean, yeah, right there from 75 to about $1,200, $15. The rookie cards. I mean, that I bought for roughly around $20. Look what they're worth now, over $1,000.
Wow.
If not more. So you can say that to most of my base cards.
Yeah.
So.
And another question I had is your lowest pop Clemente card. Would that be the same card, or do you have another?
No. I've got a card that's only a population of 1.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Let me show you a couple cards here I got.
Yeah.
So, for example, I'm not into custom cards or anything like that, but I have to show you this one. This is a 101. It's like a tarot card. I think it's from a company in Texas.
Wow.
I know it says 2023. That's a mistake, but I think I got that in 2022.
Okay.
Look at, yeah, it's just awesome. There's still got a little shine on that. See,
Yeah,
and that's back.
that's cool.
And then of course I got this is out of 5. This is one out
Wow.
of 5 here.
Wow, and you got tens on it.
So it's an HGA, but I just love I love the custom label on these, how they match the card.
Yeah, you like to grade with HGA, SGC, and do you
Yeah, HGA. I'll show you another one here. There's another one here.
is that
I
one out
love
of
this.
is
This
that
is
out
out
of
of 5.
5? Is that out of 5 too?
Yeah, this one's if I'm not mistaken, 2 out of 5.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm priced out when it comes to ones and ones. 1 out of 3. There's another one. This is a rare edition one.
Oh yeah, I remember you did that rare edition grading for the one video.
Yeah.
That's out of 5. That's out of 5 also.
That's out of 5. I think this is if I'm not mistaken, this is 5 out of 5.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh, this is one of my favorite cards, modern cards. You just look at the paisley look here, and then the marble finish.
that is cool.
And this was an insert. So if you um, bought the complete set of Walmart edition boxes, you'll get one of these every so randomly. Yeah.
Wow.
And this one's out of 5 also. Now, just a funny story on this. This happened I just moved to Phoenix, and I went to my first car show in Phoenix. So
Uh-huh.
this one individual, I was just going, looking at Clemente's ass, talking about it. This one guy saw me. He goes, "You looking for Clemente?" Yeah. Was I? He was expecting to sell 3 relics to this one individual. He thought I was the individual. He showed them to me. And so I'm like, no, I'm not the guy. So I asked him how much you were asking for them. So and he told me he was asking for $200. I didn't have any of the 3. So I'm like, how
Wow.
long you been waiting? So he goes, I've been waiting for an hour. I'm like, okay. I looked at him and I looked at the cards. I'm like, I'll give you 175 cash right now. You don't have to wait any longer. He said, let me wait a couple more minutes. We waited another 15 minutes. The guy never showed up. I gave him the $175.
That's
So
awesome.
now I didn't I didn't look at the numbers on this card. Later on I found out that this is a 1 out of 5. So that
Wow.
one itself is more than $175.
I'm guessing it looks a little bit older. I'm guessing that's game used. Does it say on the back game used?
No, all I know it's yeah, it's a game used back card.
Yeah.
Gold. It's from Diamond Kings. What year? I can't remember. Yeah, I'm blind. I can't see. Yeah, 20, maybe 2018, 2016. I can't remember there. But yeah,
That's
that's
cool.
not the greatest photo. It's when he was younger.
Yeah.
But it's a thick card, but I like it. One more thing, and this is I'm showing this card because I've only seen it one other time, and I'm hoping somebody out there will know what this is. This is a sticker, American Sports Series sticker. I purchased this. God, I want to say maybe 30 years ago. I think I paid maybe $4 for this thing. But I've only recently I've seen it. It was on Facebook. Somebody was asking about information on this card also. If you look real closely, they misspelled Pittsburgh.
Oh
So,
wow. Yeah.
but yeah, but it's
You don't even know what year that's from.
no, I don't know. The guy who sold it to me doesn't even know.
What's the back look like? Nothing.
It's not nothing. It's just a blank back.
Huh.
Yeah, it's just a sticker. So you peel off the sticker here and then stick it on there.
Yeah. So obviously, since it says the Hall of Fame year, it's not playing days, but it's hard to
No.
tell anything else about it.
Yeah.
Wow.
So if anybody out there knows anything about it, I mean, I've tried to do my research on this and nothing comes up.
Huh. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, something I don't know about. you know. So I'll show you this card, and this could also be the card that I got the biggest deal on.
Okay.
So, okay, so this is a 1967 Pittsburgh Pirates top sticker. So, yeah, and this was a test issue. So I do have the other one.
Yeah.
We graded a 6. This one graded a 9. I think in PSA, I think there's only 4 graded, 9 or above. SGC, I don't know if there is even 1 graded above 9. This is the only one in Beckett. That's a 9 on there. So altogether,
Wow.
I think 5 or 6 graded 9s out there. I purchased this card with the other one. I want to say maybe like $30,
Wow.
if that. Now, this is a long time ago.
Yeah.
The only reason why I got this graded is Beckett was running a deal that if you sign up for a subscription, they'll give you 3 free slabs coupons.
Wow.
And I use them on that one.
Yeah. So to let people know, the other test issue says Clemente for mayor, right? It says Clemente for mayor.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, both of them are equally rare. I don't think I told you that Bob Clemente one. There was an SGC 4 at a table at the National, and when I came back, it was gone. Do you want to guess how much the sticker was on it?
On which one? Which version?
The Bob Clemente one you just showed.
That one as a 4?
Yeah.
Oh, if it was a 4, was it SGC?
Yeah.
I say roughly he was probably asking about $400 for it.
He had $300 on it, and I was kicking myself that I didn't buy it.
Yeah, that's the right ballpark figure. Yeah,
yeah, I felt like it was pretty fair, but I didn't want to. I wanted to see the whole show, and then I was like, I messed up. I did. I can admit it. I messed up.
I mean, you could have talked them down a little bit.
Yeah, I'm sure I could have. The other bad thing is Matt was with me, but we lost each other, and he went to that guy's table like literally an hour later and bought 2 Hank Aaron cards, and we could have like made some type of combination deal or something. But so I actually text you about this. So there's a guy at my church, and he found out I'm into baseball cards. He reached out. He's like, "Can you sell a couple of my cards for me?" I was like, "Yeah, I'll come down to your house." So he had a whole bunch of junk wax cards, but he had a couple cards that could be sold. So I sold them on eBay, went back down his house with the money, and he's like, "You interested in bobbleheads? I know you like Clemente." And then he had this bobblehead on the shelf, and I had never. Let me put it in solo. I'm not huge into bobbleheads yet, so I've never seen it before or knew much about it. And so back of it, and on the bottom here, it's out of 1,000. So I text Mark, asked him about it. He kind of told me what comps were. And the guy was so happy with the cards I sold. He said, "Well, why don't we just call it even? You get the bobblehead for selling my cards." So, like you said, sometimes you just like that's like a like one of those stories. How if you weren't a Clemente collector, you would have never, you know what I mean? Stuff just happens sometimes. You know what I mean?
That retail for I think I want to say about $35 maybe. You could probably get that now for $75 to $150.
Yeah, there's one on buy it now for $150. But yeah, I'm sure if you were patient, you might be able to get better deals, like you said. But shipping costs on these, you're paying at least $10 to $15 to ship it. You know what I mean? So really cool thing. But that's the next question. Is there a unique non-card Clemente item that you'd like to show off?
Yeah. Of course, you guys all seen the bobblehead that I got, the 62 Nodder from the National. Well,
yeah, that's awesome.
So when I lived in Vegas, they used to have a drive-in theater, and then during the weekends, weekdays, they used to have flea markets there. So I picked up this Clemente statue. I think I paid maybe $12 for it. I'm gonna show it to you right now. This is the first time I've ever shown this. It's delicate, and I just keep it in a box.
Oh wow.
Let me bring it out here.
Take your time. Whoa.
Yeah. So it's from Tuskegee. It took me forever to find some information on it. So I'll show Clemente on there.
Wow.
And this is the variant edition. So there's two versions. There's one with the white uniform, the 72 uniform.
Whoa.
I want to say maybe 3 or 4 years ago, it was up for auction for about $600.
Okay.
And, I've been offered a couple grand for this already.
Wow.
The variant. I got this like $12.
$12. It was just it was at like a side of the road type thing. You just got lucky.
Yeah, it's those little flea markets. The guy had a bunch of stuff out there. I saw the comments. I said, "Hey, what the?" At first when I saw this, I thought he made it. I thought it was like some kid made this. But it's so unique. And then later on, when I looked in the back, if you look in the back, it has the company who made it. Here, let's see. Here we go.
Wow.
So then when I realized, I said, no, this kid, no kid made this, everything. So I went to Facebook and I contacted some fellow Clemente collectors, and they responded back to me and told me the company and everything. So
wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
You brought out
the best. Ugly looking thing, though.
The best for last. Wow. How recent was that?
Oh God, this was a long time ago.
Oh, okay.
God, I want to say this is over 30 years ago since I lived in Vegas.
Oh wow! I thought you'd never show that on your channel because
I never showed it on my channel. No.
Wow.
It's just too big and awkward. So.
That's really cool though. Are you like me and Lou Rock though? Like, if you see if he had $15 on it and you know it's a good deal, do you still ask him for 12? Because that's all.
I mean, I do.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't pay for sticker if I can. Even if I get $2 off, yeah, I'll take it.
I know.
Yeah. I agree with that and everything. Don't pay what you can. Yeah. Now, if you know it's a good deal, the guy says no, I'm not gonna push it. I'm like, okay. I mean,
Yeah.
I tell the guy, hey, I had to try, and most of them will
Yeah.
laugh when I say that.
Yeah.
So.
Exactly. My opinion is never hurts to ask, but don't walk away if it's a good deal.
Oh no. I learned that the hard way already a couple times. So.
All right, so we're gonna wrap it up here. So, I'm sure you've seen the last segment. I always do 10 questions in a minute. Did you think you were gonna get by without doing it at the end?
Dude, man, come on now. I'll try. Let's try.
Here's what we'll do. We're doing a Clemente draft on my channel on Clemente Day. If you get through these 10 questions in a minute, you get the first pick.
Whatever.
All right. Let's see what you can do. I think you can get through these. You ready?
Go.
All right. I'll start the timer after the first question. All right. What's better, bacon or sausage?
Bacon.
Best top set of the 60s?
Oh, for me, 64.
What's your favorite modern product?
I've always been a Top Stadium Club guy.
Best mafia movie?
Oh, The Godfather.
Best MLB ballpark?
For me, I gotta say Pittsburgh.
Overrated fast food restaurant?
Fast food restaurant overrated?
Yeah.
Burger King.
Okay. Favorite sport to play?
To play?
Yep.
Baseball.
Best pizza toppings?
Oh, jalapenos.
Better at defense, Clemente or Willie Mays?
I say Clemente, of course.
What Club 21 member has the biggest ego?
You gotta say, John, baby.
Don't worry, he only watches like the first couple minutes. He'll never see it.
It's all good. It's all good, baby. It's all good.
Oh man, I got it back here. Club 21, baby. Club 21.
There you go.
So Rudog got me. I'll bring it out real quick. Rudog got me this beautiful cup at the National. I think his daughter did this, right? Your daughter made
My
these?
daughter-in-law.
Daughter-in-law. Beautiful. I still haven't drinking out of it yet because I just love looking at it. So, and then the other thing is, me and Mark are in a fantasy football league. We had the draft this weekend. I just want to let everybody know Mark drafted Dalvin Cook and Odell Beckham. They're in his starting lineup. He thinks it's 2018. So,
Hey, I drafted 12 out of 12, so I had slim pickings.
It's cool, man.
I do got to show one more thing, and this is a shout out to Pepino Man.
Okay.
So we are doing a Roberto Clemente Day celebration.
Yes.
So I wanted to show these base cards. I mean, these base stickers.
So beautiful.
So people who don't know Cesar Pepino Man, he works in the groundskeeping crew for the Dodgers. And he used to get these stickers. So I'm sure next week, during the game, he'll be able to get those again. So.
Yeah, I already told him he needs to put me at the top of the list because I don't have any. So one thing I didn't say at the beginning, and I should have, because who knows who's still listening. These Collector to Collectors will also be available in podcast form for the future. Just wherever you go to podcast, look up For Collectors, and you'll be able to listen to these in the car if you don't have time to watch the video. But if you're not subscribed to Mark's channel, I'm sure you're not because he's such a small channel. I did get you a couple times. Go check out Mark's channel. I think he's been stuck at 200 for like a year now. So help the brother out, okay?
Like I said, I don't do it for the subscribers. I do it because I want to.
I know.
Let's show my cards and everything.
I gotta bust your chops. All right. Well, thanks everybody for watching this episode. Thank you, Mark, for coming on. I appreciate it, buddy.
Oh, thank you for having me. You guys take care and be safe. Peace.
Yep. See you guys.